What's up, guys? I'm Dimebot, and this is A Hat in Time. This is from Gears for Breakfast. It was a Kickstarted game, and it is I guess you would call it a retro N64 style collectathon platformer. Damn, that's a mouthful. So, I've gotten about 27% through the game, as you can see. Let's have a look at the options real quick. You've got single player, split screen, some field of view options, which are really nice, actually, if you're going to be playing this on a TV. Camera distance, camera assist, camera smoothing. A lot of really nice stuff here. No saving for speed runs. Display resolutions. Now, I did run into a problem. This does go up to 2560 by 1440, but every time I've tried it, the game wants to crash. So, it may be an issue with my system. Just know that I ran into that. You can set your monitor. Full screen, borderless, or windowed is here. It also has multi-monitor, which is really interesting. Gamma, color blindness. We've got 3 different options there. Maximum frame rate unlocked. You can set it wherever you want. VSync on or off. And then you can go ahead and mess around with this stuff all you want. If you go to the advanced, you can change LOD bias, character physics. Just a really in-depth options menu for what is essentially a Kickstarted indie game. It even uses MLAA, anti-aliasing, so good options menu. Separate sliders for fricking everything under audio. And then you've got your input. You can't remap your controller, but the controls work just fine. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So, we play as Hat Girl. I literally don't know if she has another name. She doesn't talk, so her name is Hat Girl. And she was on her spaceship here, and a mafia thug broke in and shattered the window and the fuel supply for her ship, which is these hourglass things, got sucked out into space. You'll see the hole right there, and that's the world the game takes place on. As you can see, she's very cute. And in typical N64, like retro platformer style, there's a lot of stuff to just mess around with. The game, both this hub and the levels, are filled with these spots where you can just kind of sit down and chill, and the game will pan around the area and the music will slow down. It's an interesting little touch. So let's hop into one of the earlier levels and we'll talk about how the game functions. And you're going to be getting a Mario Galaxy vibe off some of this. You look up levels through this telescope and, oh hey, I can unlock this act. Worlds are broken up into acts, and there are also these time rifts which will appear that will give you a timepiece when you solve them. And the entire point of the game is to collect the timepiece and all the other doodads in the game. Let's hop in here. So, heating up Mafia Town. The Mafia are great. A lot of the character designs in this game are hilarious. They have voice acting that is genuinely quirky and funny a lot of the time. Apparently something bad has happened in Mafia Town.
Look at mess. This is terrible. Someone turn on all faucets in Mafia Town. Same faucets that control the town volcano. Was it you, child? No? Mafia think he saw a little girl turn on all faucets. Little hat kid, can you save Mafia Town by turning off all faucets? If you close all, maybe water start flowing again.
And there you go. All the Mafia look exactly the same. These guys are actually holding signs that say, oh no and yikes. You'll notice that the little girl, she will make faces at them occasionally. It's just another little thing you'll notice in this game is it has tons and tons of character. So, you got your typical set of moves. She can double jump. She can also dash in midair. She has an umbrella that she uses as a weapon. But the real trick of the game is these hats. So we're going to use this one right here. And that allows me to traverse large distances pretty quickly. There's the brewing hat, which lets me make bombs. And then the sprint hat, which lets me sprint. And then, of course, the normal hat, which is just a normal hat. And you actually unlock these by collecting balls of yarn. I have 9 right now. I would need 12 more to unlock this next hat. So let's go and find one of these faucets and see what we can do here. Probably already noticing the collectibles everywhere. This game is very much in the collectathon vein. So if you don't like collecting things, you probably not going to like parts of this game. This is another one of those spots that I was talking about. Just places to hang out, really. It's an interesting concept, something I don't believe I've really seen in a game before. I'm not 100% sure how we're going to get to that one. Now, in addition to the hats, there are some other collectibles in the game. There's also some very weird enemies, like these sleeping, floating raccoons. Go away. This guy who's on his giant haunch of meat as well. You have this character right here, who's creepy as hell. He sells badges that you can equip. I don't have a scooter. I would love a scooter. They're pretty pricey, but they do some interesting things. One of the ones I have equipped, actually... Wait, I don't want that. I want this. This one, if I take a high fall, it, well, excuse me, guys. Automatically pull out my umbrella and let me hover. Then there's the magnet badge, which sucks in collectibles that are around me, so... When you earn those by, or buy those, rather, by turning in currency that you collect. So, yes, collectathon. I know I've said it a lot, but make no mistake, this is a collectathon game. I want to make that clear. In terms of the art style, it's a good-looking game. It has a very distinct style. There are some rough edges here and there, but for the most part, it's not a bad-looking game. There's a faucet right there. Let's get that thing. Okay, so that has turned that one off. I think. There we go. I kind of feel bad for that one mafia guy that's just bouncing on the lava over there. Let's see if we can get this one. There we go. And you'll hear the little girl talk every so often. She has some random little one-liners. When you press a button, sometimes she'll just go boop. So, very cute game. Oh, I didn't want to go here. I love the ability to switch the hats on the fly, so this is going to be a very niche game for a lot of people. We saw, and yes, I am going to address this, we saw all the controversy earlier in the year with Yooka Laylee and how a lot of people were very disappointed with that game. I don't know how the hell we're going to get to that. I was one of those people. I had my fair share of complaints with Yooka Laylee. I feel that in a lot of ways this game pulls off the love letter to N64 and old school style platform games a lot better. The platforming is nice and tight, the levels are funny, well designed, they have lots of interesting characters in them. You never feel like you're at a loss for something to do, it's very well directed. And yet, if you want to go off the beaten path and explore, there is plenty for you to go see and do. Ow. That's more or less a straight-up nod to the old Mario falling in lava from the N64 game. Ah, here we go. A Rift Token. Yes, another type of collectible. There we go. I'm taking care of that. Oops. Ah! Wow, I am just failing all over the place here. Okay. Fortunately, there are life orbs pretty much everywhere. if I could just control her well enough to jump up there, because I suck at platformers, apparently. Alright, you know what? Let's hop out of this level and show you guys a little bit more of what this game has to offer, because there are multiple worlds, and a couple of them are quite hilarious. There is actually one where you are... helping a moon penguin and a fox thing that controls a bunch of owls, and they run movie studios. And you're helping them make their movies, and it's pretty crazy. Missing key item there. So, we'll go ahead and check this one out. I'm going to skip some of the story stuff so that we can get right to the action, but you have to sneak through while they're making a movie, and I'm going to go ahead and skip this big argument between the two of them. Oops. So you have to sneak through the movie studio while they're both actively filming, and they will actually bill you for breaking things, as you'll see right here. So this is essentially a stealth section, and this game handles stealth really well. It's not actually frustrating at all. Need to give a shout out to the music too. The soundtrack for this game is really good. There is a soundtrack version of it available on Steam. If you want to get the game, I recommend grabbing that. But let's talk about the fun factor of the game real quick, because the game is extremely fun. Tight controls, fun power-ups, fun levels, interesting boss battles, collectibles that are hidden way off the beaten track. Oh, nope, you didn't see me. Penguin harassment. Oops. There you see them filming their movie, and the props are hilarious. Oh, and I'm going to lose a little bit of life here. I could see this game having a lot of potential for speedrunning, too. And I'm falling and failing. So yeah, fantastic game. Definitely flying under the radar. I really think a lot of people are missing out on this game, and it's definitely worth your time, guys. Alright, so let's climb right on up here. Charming, fun, great music. I mean, not much more I want out of a platformer. Alright guys, that is going to do it for me. This has just been a quick look at A Hat in Time. Go check it out. They've done a great job with it. If you like the video, hey, like, subscribe, maybe follow me on Twitter or go to the Patreon page. All that would help me out. My name has been Dimebot. I'll see you guys next time.